in fall camp here. What's the general feel of the guys in the locker room?
Um, Previous from yesterday, the general feel is more of a better feeling. Going out there with more confidence, staying to the playbook. Like I said yesterday, there's a lot of older guys that's there to help. We had a smooth practice today, and overall, it was a great feeling in the locker room and off the field too.
Sincere, you talked a little bit about workload the last time we talked to you, but like how many carries are you comfortable with in a game?
As many as it takes to win the game overall. I mean, it don't matter. Carries is carries, but that does really matters. So I don't really care at all.
You gotta worry a little bit about like wear and tear and stuff like that, though, right?
No, I trusted my medical staff, my team behind me to get this extra stretching in. But with the other guys that's coming in, especially the other younger guys that's coming in and filling in the spots, they're helping me out, and such as Brendan Brady and BJ as well. So I'm pretty sure it's not going to be as last season.
I mean, running back is just such a tough position. Guys at that spot generally have a limited shelf life, and I'm sure you're thinking about a pro career. How much is the NFL something that's on your mind?
It's been on my mind lately, here and there, constantly getting updates about preseason. You're going to the league. What do you think? All these different type of questions about what I want to do at the next level. And right now, all I can control is worry about right now. Like when Coach said win the day, he mean it's what's important now. So that's the biggest thing for us right now. I'm only worried about right now. So.
What has to happen for you to be an NFL player? Are there certain things you have to prove or that you have to show?
All I can do is do what I've been doing that got me here. God takes the wheel after that. Stick to the stuff that I've been doing, overall, just perfect my craft as much as I can, as far as pass protection, running the ball, more efficient, getting more yards, acceleration. I already got up to 22 miles per hour in the tight end data, so that's a significant progress there.
You're on quite a list of preseason watch lists. What does that mean to you personally to be recognized by so many places this early in the season?
It means a lot. That's a great accomplishment. I lost track of count. I don't know how many there is right now, but it's been a lot. But overall, just don't eat the cheese. Kind of don't really worry about it. It's good. It's up there right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have a lot of people like, oh yeah, but I'm not really worried about that. I gotta focus on my teammates and getting championship and getting to a bowl game too.
Sincere, I want to talk to you about some of the NIL stuff. What was your reaction when the calendar flipped to July 1st and those opportunities became available? How did that process play out for you?
It started going crazy. It was just like the Wild Wild West. But once that happened, I knew it was time to kind of get our brand out there. With the help that they have in play up here at UTSA, as far as the compliance team that we have, to write down a non-disclosure, basically just to keep up the information, the data that the endorsements we have. So, I mean, it's been great since it started, and it has not stopped since it started. So, but at the same time, I can't really let that interfere with what I have got going on the field right here at UTSA.
It sounds like the Run 3 MC shirts were something that you kind of made happen. You reached out and got that going a little bit.
Yeah, I reached out. They had it last year before the NIL rule came into place. I had to reach out to them again. So because like a lot of people like the idea of Run 3 MC, had a lot of sales. A lot of people have been buying them lately. But I'm continuing to keep pushing that and having more people buy them from all around the world.
How does that deal or arrangement come together? You got to do some negotiation, or how does that play out?
Yes, it's a negotiation. It's a contract that you have to sign and follow. It's an agreement, it's a term. It's a year deal. They get terminated if I don't fit there, if I don't accommodate their standards that they need. But it's just a simple contract. You sign off, but you have to check with your lawyers and other things. A lot of stuff that goes in the process of that. You can't just get a deal and sign off. You have to make sure you're not getting played out of your money, which is a help for the next level in the NFL industry. because you're gonna have a ton of contracts and you don't know if you're gonna be played out. So that's why you have a lawyer and have a whole team behind you to help you manage that.
Oh, so you actually got a lawyer involved in the process on your end. I guess you just kind of bring in like drafts of the agreements, or how's that come together?
They send me the agreement, the contract, and I send it to my lawyer, check over it. I read it first, and then I go through like I said, the UTSA team as well to make sure everything is in place, everything's in order, that I'm not getting played out of my money or getting played out of the whole situation. So that's the big issue right there. But lately it hasn't been a problem, so everything's been smooth.
How many different agreements have you been involved in? I saw with the Fritz Kennel, I saw the 7-7 Dental, I think. What ones am I forgetting here?
It's only 3 so far. I still have a lot of them in play, but since it's camp, I can't really make that negotiation right now. Make the agreements. All I can do is just let it sit there for right now until I have time. But it's just I have like 6-7 other agreements to agree upon. I mean, it's a lot of, but it mostly just goes straight to my daughter, you know. So what the big deal is, so when she grows up, she has money in the bank for her, so that's what it is.
The 7-7 Dental one was interesting to see that. That's not one that I would have guessed. Like, how did that come together?
They DM'd me on Instagram, and I wasn't expecting anything. I was like, a dental place is kind of iffy, like, you know, you hear football players with dental interest,
Right.
like interest. So I'm like, okay. But some of the guys like Mike Burns, the owner, another guy, I can't remember on the top of my name, they just put in the plan. They were like, let's try to get it into the football world. You know, they were very creative. They made it a deal to where, you know, let's get an athlete. Let's see what we can do with an athlete to bring more attention to 7-7 Dental. So that's why they chose me. But overall, the staff is cool. I had sat down and ate with them, and good characters. Went to see the facility, and overall, it was great.
What do they want you to do?
Just promote and post twice a month, and just kind of get them out there once a week.
How are they compensating you? You mind sharing that?
Yeah, sure. They pay me $1,000 a month to do that. So, I mean,
For 2 tweets or Instagram posts?
yeah,
Pretty good hourly rate.
yeah, it's handled. But another thing that people don't notice, as far as being a college football player and agreements, is taxes. People don't know that you have to pay taxes after that. Like, I think in Texas it's after 10,000. So after 10,000, you gotta pay. Remember to pay Uncle Sam. So I have a tax book. I have a monthly meeting with my mom to make sure everything's in order. Write down every conversation I get, so I keep track of all that money. Put in probably 25 to 30% out of the deals I get, so that way I can pay back in case they be like, I need my money. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying, that's the thing I got going on right now.
How did UTSA help you prepare for this whole NIL era? What was the education part like, or what did they tell you ahead of time?
We have different I want to say modules for it's on Blackboard, to where we have financial I want to say like videos to show us what we're supposed to know, what we're supposed to learn. We had got on a Zoom call to talk about it a little bit. They kind of just prepared me and just letting me know. But overall, with my mom, she already knew. She had me at a young age, so she already knew how this is gonna work. Like, you gotta pay taxes and you have to get on top of your game. So that's kind of a benefit right there. So they helped me, understand it a little bit more. But my mom already knew the game, so that's kind of helped me a lot.
Was there anything that was tricky about it? I know there can be a lot of different rules and clauses with this sort of thing.
Yes, because you have to understand that you can't have a Nike agreement. You can't sign with people with alcohol or smoking, because it's against UTSA rules. So we can't work with them on that.
And it's like, I thought it was interesting that you guys can't have Roadrunner stuff on when you do these like posts or images or whatever. That seems like an easy mistake to make. There's probably a lot of little pitfalls like that to have to avoid.
Yeah, and they have to be careful, because some of the stuff, this is not their endorsement. They're not doing the endorsement, so we shouldn't be using their logo while we're doing our endorsement, because it's our own thing. Because say something happened and that falls back on the university, so we try to avoid that as best as we can.
So do you guys talk amongst you and your teammates about like what opportunities everybody has and what kind of agreements are out there?
Sometimes, not much. Not too many people want to know what other people got going on, but overall, we just still help each other, in a way to where, like, if they need help or they need contact to talk to somebody to get a deal, then that's what we have going on.
Do you guys have to worry at all about, inequity, where some people are going to have this opportunity and some people aren't, and maybe some negative feelings that come with that?
See, with that, we kind of don't, like I said, we don't want to know too many
Right.
too many people business, but at the same time, we're helping like those who don't have the, the deals and stuff like that, because I know it could be, aggravating, like, okay, you're getting a lot of deals, but I'm not, and I do a lot the same as much as you, so kind of like, we kind of don't really talk about it as much, but we have, we still helping and trying to get them some deals, because everybody deserves a deal, you know what I'm saying, but if it doesn't work out that way, then I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
If you could, if you were, in high school now and being recruited, would it be important to you to see that kids at that school were getting these kind of opportunities? Like, would you look at the NIL opportunities when you were deciding where to go in a recruiting process?
Yes and no. Reason being because I'm not there just to get endorsements. I'm there to play football and go to the next level. But at the same time, it would be a great way for to benefit me and myself and my family. So, yeah.
I have a question.
Oh yes,
So word on the street is that you're actually the front runner to win the Kentucky Derby this year. How do you feel about that?
Oh really? I feel great. I had a couple guys in the back. They told me, they was like, "You can do this. You can do this every year," and I was like, "Oh." And when you finally just say it, I'm like, I'm excited. I'm ready. So overall, I'm excited. I'm gonna let it happen. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Workhorse.
Yeah.
I didn't get it at first, and now I get it.
Yeah. When I'm in, people in my back is like my teammates and my other running backs. But yeah.